Have you ever stood in a bustling city square and felt it? That thrum of energy, the pulse of 1,000 lives intersecting. It's more than just an open space. It's the very heart of the city. These public spaces, from the grandest plazas to the simplest park benches, are where civilization was forged. They are the crucibles where ideas were debated, goods were traded, and communities were born. Today, we're taking a journey back in time to explore how these essential gathering spots shaped our world. From ancient Greece to the cities of tomorrow. This isn't just a story about architecture. It's the story of us. So, where does our journey begin? Let's travel back over 2,000 years to ancient Greece, to the city of Athens. Here, nestled beneath the towering Acropolis, was the Agora. The word itself means gathering place, and it was exactly that. But it was so much more than a simple market. This was the epicenter of Athenian life. Imagine walking through its shaded colonnades. You'd hear merchants haggling over pottery and olives. But you'd also hear philosophers like Socrates challenging the youth with probing questions. You'd see politicians debating laws that would lay the groundwork for democracy. Citizens casting their votes, and playwrights discussing their latest tragedies. The Agora was a classroom, a courthouse, a theater, and a marketplace, all rolled into one dynamic, chaotic space. It was here, in the open air, amidst the everyday hustle, that the radical idea of rule by the people took root. The Agora wasn't just a space within the city. It was the mechanism that made democracy possible. It taught us that for a society to be free, its people need a place to freely assemble, speak, and connect. Now, let's journey from the intellectual heart of Athens to the powerful core of an empire, the Roman Forum. If the Greek Agora was about discussion, the Roman Forum was about declaration. This was the monumental stage upon which the Roman Empire announced its power to the world. Picture yourself standing on the Via Sacra, the main street cutting through the Forum. All around you, magnificent temples, towering basilicas, and triumphant arches create an awe-inspiring spectacle. This wasn't just architecture. It was propaganda carved in stone. Here, victorious generals paraded their spoils of war. Senators delivered fiery speeches from the rostra, a platform adorned with the prows of captured warships. Justice was dispensed in vast public halls, and the fate of the known world was decided. The Forum was the political, legal, and commercial center of the most powerful empire in history. While ordinary Romans came here to shop and socialize, they were constantly surrounded by overwhelming symbols of the state's authority. Unlike the more organic Agora, the Forum was a meticulously planned space designed to project majesty and control. It demonstrated that public spaces could be used not just to empower citizens, but also to command their loyalty and awe. As the Roman Empire crumbled, the grand, formal forums fell into ruin. But the human need to gather didn't disappear. It simply found a new form. Let's fast forward to the Middle Ages. In the burgeoning towns and cities of Europe, a new kind of public space emerged: the market square. These were often less grand than their Roman predecessors, growing organically at the intersection of trade routes, or in the shadow of a great cathedral. The medieval market square was the economic engine of the city. It was the rhythm of daily life. Imagine the scene: the air filled with the smells of fresh bread, leather, and spices. Farmers from the countryside arrive at dawn with their produce. Craftsmen display their wares, and merchants from distant lands trade exotic goods. The ringing of the market bell would signal the start and end of trading. These squares were not just places of commerce. They were hubs of information. News, gossip, and royal proclamations were all shared here. Festivals, public punishments, and religious plays all unfolded against the backdrop of the market. The market square shows us a shift. Power was becoming more localized, more economic. It was in these bustling, often chaotic spaces that the foundations of a new urban middle class, the bourgeoisie, were laid, paving the way for the modern world. So, what about today? Where are our agoras and forums? Our modern public spaces are incredibly diverse. We have the iconic grandeur of Times Square in New York, or Trafalgar Square in London, which serve as global stages for celebration and protest. We also have quiet neighborhood parks, lively pedestrian-only streets, and vibrant waterfront promenades. But our public life is changing. The rise of digital communication and online communities has led some to ask if physical public spaces are still as important. The answer is a resounding yes. If anything, they are more crucial than ever. A well-designed public space encourages social interaction, fosters a sense of community, and improves our mental and physical well-being. Look at the innovative parks built on old railway lines, or squares designed to harvest rainwater and combat urban heat. The challenge for the 21st century is to create spaces that are inclusive, sustainable, and adaptable. Spaces that can bring people together in an increasingly divided and digital world. The future of our civilization may very well depend on our ability to reinvent its oldest and most vital organ, the public square. The heart of the city must keep beating. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through history. What's your favorite public space, and why? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this exploration, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more stories about how our world is built. See you next time.